Hello everyone, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Boros Dogs in Standard 2021. So, again, I'm continuing my journey with trying to figure out what decks are going to be good post-rotation, and the MTG Arena development team has done a fantastic job by giving us a little queue that basically pre-rotated out a lot of sets, and we're kind of getting a sneak preview of what it's going to be like to be playing in the Zendikar Rising meta. I'm seeing a ton of Uro, ton of Ugin. So those two cards are definitely problematic, to say the least. And then, of course, I'm seeing a lot of Zenith Flare in the cycling deck, which everyone totally forgot existed and is now going to be a fairly prevalent deck moving forward in 2021. But this one's all about dogs, specifically with the pack leader that came with M21. And moving forward with all the cool stuff that came out of that set. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's hit the primary one first. Let's hit the big guy himself, the pack leader. 2/2 for 2. Other dogs you control get +1/+1, which is a cool little anthem effect to go along with it. His ability, though, however, is stupidly good. Whenever pack leader attacks, prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn to dogs you control, basically making them indestructible. So you have a whole bunch of dogs going out there getting indestructible that, like, I don't care how many of them you block, they're just going to go through. So let's load the deck up with some dogs. They may have been a Freudian slip there. We're going to load the deck up with some dogs, and here I go again. Load the deck up with some dogs and try to be able to keep the deck as a pretty good aggro deck in Boros. Selfless Savior, 1/1 for 1. You can sacrifice it for free, no mana cost, to a target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. That's really good. Alpine Watchdog, okay. It does have a combo with another card later on down the line. It's 2/2 for Vigilance. I do like the Vigilance, and especially whenever you start getting some of the Anthem effects into play. It's a 3/3 or a 4/4 with Vigilance is pretty scary for 2. As I mentioned before, we do want to be able to prevent some of their bigger creatures from stopping our doggos from getting in, so Pacifism is a big one. This did get reprinted in M21, and it's also an arena-only card, so you can still continue to use it. I just like the artwork for this one. Pack leader we already discussed. Chandra's Magmutt. Okay. It's a 2/2 dog. It does tap and deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. That's kind of okay. It's mostly there because it is a dog, and I do need another creature to fill in here. So if there are other dogs that come in Theros, or in Theros and Rise of Zendikar, they'll probably be the first one that I would probably get rid of. Now, it does have its benefits. I do like the ability of being able to do some damage to a planeswalker without actually having to attack it, which is kind of fun. So there's that. Igneous Cur, 1/2 for 2, and you can spend 2 mana, 1 red and 1 colorless to give it +2 and +0 until end of turn. Okay, again, it's if you have the extra mana, it's a cool little mana dump to put into there. It does, again, have another combo with the following card, which is the Alpine Houndmaster, or Houndmaster. 2/2 for 2, and when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library card for an Alpine Watchdog and or an Igneous Cur, reveal them and put them in your hand. So basically, you're spending 2 mana to put a 2/2 body on the board and then draw 2 cards that you know you're going to use because it's a dog tribal deck. That's actually really good. In addition, whenever it attacks, it gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. So this can get really big really fast, considering how much of a horde deck this is and how wide the deck can go pretty quick. That's really good. It is, however, not a dog, so it doesn't add from the benefit of pack leader or, or the anthem effect that the pack leader provides. Banishing Light, because Banishing Light's not going anywhere. Again, if we can't get rid of a creature and prevent it from attacking, we want to get some other things off the table as well, so you're going to run 4 of those. And then Glorious Anthem. I originally had this as a 1-of in the deck just for fun, but this has gotten really good, because again, Alpine Houndmaster, for example, gains some benefit from this. All creatures you control get +1/+1. So having a couple of those down, plus a couple of pack leaders, that gets pretty scary pretty quick. And then one of my favorites that came out of this one, Bolt Hound. Bolt Hound is a 2/2 for 3, but it does have haste, and whenever it attacks other creatures you control, it doesn't have to be a dog, gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Last but not least, I did toss in 1 copy of the Rambunctious Mutt. It's a 5-cost 3/4. It's okay in and of itself. Again, with all the Anthem effects, he could get pretty big. His Enter the Battlefield trigger, though, when he enters the battlefield, destroy target creature enchantment. There's a lot of enchantments around right now that are big deals. And for this thing to be able to drop down and be able to kill an artifact or an enchantment whenever it lays down is actually pretty good when it comes in. So I've only put 1 in there just for fun. Yeah, sometimes it's come out. I actually spent way too much time playtesting this deck last night. I'm actually recording this afternoon. I'm actually recording this on a Saturday, not a Friday for the first time. We have a 3-day weekend here in the U.S. We've got Labor Day coming up on Monday, so it's kind of it's a 3-day weekend. So I figured I'd be able to get all this done on the Saturday afternoon. And suppose I was doing my deck testing last night, and I spent way too much time with this deck because I had so much fun with it. Mana base super easy: 8 plains, 8 mountains, 4 temples of triumphs, and then 2 animal sanctuaries. This one's okay. I did it mostly for the lulls on this one, to be perfectly honest with you. Animal sanctuary, so it taps for a colorless mana, of course. 2 mana and tap it. You can put a +1/+1 counter on a target bird, cat, dog, goat, oil, ox, or snake. It does get pretty scary if I can just have a mana dump, have a couple of these in play, and start getting these creatures even bigger. Not a key card. If you want to skip this one, absolutely you can. It's just there for fun. So we're going to move on to some gameplay, but if you do enjoy the video and do like the content and you feel that I've earned it, by all means, hit the like button, subscribe. It would be super helpful for the channel. If you have a Boros Dog deck that you have tried and have had some success with, let me know in the comments down below. If I do like the deck, I'll revisit it, of course, and of course I always give credit to those who give me decks ideas. All right, let's go play with some dogs. As dogs are technically the unofficial, as you can tell, it's the last deck I played last night before I hopped on. As dogs are the unofficial mascot of the OGG channel, as I have 5 of them sitting upstairs right now that I'm hopefully are going to be quiet during the day. I don't know. This is the first time I've done some recording during the day, so I'm a little iffy on how well this is going to go. So it's apropos that I would have to have a dog deck. Aww. It's actually not that bad. I would rather more white mana than red, but alas. And we shall say hello. Worst case scenario, the Alpine Houndmaster can go and get cards for us. Which I love. I love because it basically refills your hand. I do like that. And then I can pick whichever ones I like. So pull those in. This looks like it's going to be that Goblin Deck. I've seen quite a bit of this floating around. Robber of the Rich. Houndmaster's already done what I needed it to do. So I can lose Robber of the Rich. I'm okay. I can use the Houndmaster at this juncture. We'll go ahead and do the Temple of Triumph right now. Do I need more mana? Eventually I'd like to get to that. So sure. Let's go with the Alpine Watchdog. He does get the opportunity whenever it dies to deal 1 damage, so technically he could take out the Alpine Watchdog. I think I might let that one go. Well, like the Igneous Cur. Potentially do the damage here. Hey, Bone Crusher Giant, my doggo! Oh, you big meanie. Guess it's too bad we're gonna have to cast 2 more dogs. Now, we're 1 away from Rambunctious Mutt. Now, the only funny thing about Rambunctious Mutt can kill... Sure. No, actually, no. I want... If he's going to kill one, I'd rather do that one. The Igneous Cur I can actually pump up to kill the Bone Crusher Giant. But Rambunctious Mutt can kill Embercleave, just so we're on the same page. And we're going to banish him like his Bone Crusher Giant. Activate his ability. Go in there and do some damage. Robber of the Rich. Fire Prophecy. Seeing a lot of that lately, too. Might have to call on Robber the Rambunctious Mutt a little bit early. Give Robber the Rich something to think about. And then again, this is where Alpine Houndmaster comes in, because now I can literally just refill my hand. I am assuming he has a shock. But again, he's going to be losing Robber the Rich to do so. And then I can Alpine Houndmaster and then literally cast both those creatures at the same turn. Embercleave. Ah. That's what the Rambunctious Mutt's there for. The Goblin Arcanist. Oh no. Yep, so we're going to go and refill. I'm going to take an Alpine Watchdog. And an Igneous Cur. And we will cast those immediately. Now, interestingly enough, he's kind of run his course. He's going to put that... okay. Yeah. Still dying. And we're going to rinse and repeat. Alpine Cur. And we haven't even had a pack leader yet, which is actually super crazy to me. Sure. Actually, I'm going to let that go. He can do his 4 damage. He's going to get hit back with a whole bunch more. I don't know if he realizes that or not. And then we shall pacify his goblin. We shall drop in with the Igneous Cur. And then we are going to go swinging big time with the Houndmaster. And we'll spend some mana to increase our Igneous Cur as well. Sure. Robber the Rich, again. He's going to pay the mana to move Embercleave over. Oh, mono red. Does make me wish that I had put more... I have more than enough to pump up the Igneous Curs. If he doesn't block, though, he's going to lose everything here. So we're going to activate the ability here. Make sure we kill the Bone Crusher Giant. Activate the ability here. Make sure we kill the Robber the Rich. And we're going to hold. Perfect. Oh. Good old Torbrand. Okay, so we're going to Glorious Anthem. So we are dead next turn if he... Because all he's going to do is he's going to put Torbrand on there. We shall activate that ability. Make sure the Torbrand dies. Keep eliminating all of his options for where he can put Embercleave. Chandra's Magmutt. Cool. Down to 3. Arjac, yep. Him with Embercleave could be potentially problematic, but he's not going to survive the next turn. Because we are going to be able to attack, and he only has 1 blocker. So we ended up beating Mono Red with good old Doggos. Boros Dogs, and that was a good Mono Red deck. That was a good test for this deck. That's another deck that's going to be seeing a lot of play post-rotation. Ooh, and we have ranked up. I'm still working my way. Yes, I had a fun match. I got to beat Mono Red with dogs. How could that not be fun? A little bit longer with the Mono Red deck. I mean, they really hung in there. Usually that, especially without the card draw of having like any of the card draw mechanics, like the mechanics that they're losing with, why can I not think of it? It'll come to me. Ooh. Yes, please. So you want to be easy. Take it easy on when you drop Pack Leader. Your instinct is you want to hit Pack Leader like first. I'm not so sure, because if they've got removal spells in their hand, that's going to be the first thing that they do is remove the Pack Leader. And that was kind of nice to actually see the previous game, to actually see that game played without a Pack Leader in play and still manage to get the win. Let's give them a moment of thinking that we're Mono Red. Ooh. Fabled Passage, that means we're a turn ahead. And we will drop the Alpine Watchdog. So ideally, we'd be able to get a 2-drop. We get another land, and we hopefully white, and be able to get Pack Leader down, and I don't know that it works. Pacifism, perfect. We shall drop Pack Leader. I assume he's got a counter sitting in hand. Nope, guess not. He's got a bounce effect. He's got something. Heartless Act. Why wouldn't you do the Heartless Act on the Pack Leader? So if I'm him, what do I take? Glorious Anthem probably would be the one I would take. He may take the Selfless Savior. Because any... Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're going to hold on to passes, and we're going to keep Selfless Savior down so we actually have the ability to protect our Pack Leader. And we'll do some damage. And then again, we get the opportunity with the Houndmaster to be able to refill our hand. Even if he does a board wipe here, that's where a Selfless Savior comes in. We can still keep the Pack Leader on point. Animal Sanctuary, you say? We're going to go ahead and take the action. Alpine Watchdog. And let's drop another Alpine Watchdog, shall we? And away we go. So if he's got a board wipe, now's when that's going to happen. And I think we'll probably save the Pack Leader. If not, he's genuinely dead. He's only got 2 mana left. What's he got? Yep. I was going to say, unless he's got a creature, he's got a blocker or something, the Houndmaster alone is going to come in with a +4. Yeah, that's going to be pretty darn scary. Take all of our credit. We'll get like 1 or 2 more games in with the old Doggos deck. I have fun. This is a good deck. I've had a lot of fun with this one. Is it tier 1? Probably not. I think there's plenty of other decks out there that would beat it. The Uro decks, especially the ones that super ramp to Ugin really quick. If you get under them fast, I mean, that's the same thing with any one of those decks. If you get under them quick, you can beat it. I have beaten it with this deck. It's more... Not as often as I would like. It's that deck has a lot that they do to continue their lifespan, especially with Uros and multiple Uros being cast during the course of that. It's interesting to me because that deck seems to be like they've intentionally adding a bunch of self-mill to it so they can get Uro out faster. A little bit slower than I would have liked with the 2 tap lands, but alas... Hopefully we can scry for that. Do we have a Bolt Hound? I think I'm going to pass. I need the non-tap land. Mono green. Mono green is a challenge for us, by the way, if that turns out what this to be, which it absolutely looks like it's going to be. There's a non-tap land. That'll work. Yeah, mono green is a problem. Can be beat. If they've got their good beats coming up, though, it looks like, I was going to say, we're going to get Nissian's Horn Beetle next, and then you'll get the Lovestruck Beast after that. Alright, so we need to offer up some level of resistance. Draw, draw. Got a nice full hand full of doggos. So he's going to get Lovestruck Beast down. It's going to trigger Horn Beetle. We're probably going to eat that. And no, we're good. For now. All the tap lands in the world. Selfless Savior works. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? I think we're going to get the Anthem down. Not at this time. it'll be nice to get down a couple of these 2/2s. Especially the Watchdogs. The Horn Beetle is going to be problematic. But we do have answers for that. Garruk's Uprising. Oh, I think he may have borrowed my deck. They all have trample now. No. I think my friend borrowed my deck. There we go. Now we've got a little bit more of a threat. Now we can actually retort back with a better answer. And that's one of the things I like about the Glorious Anthem. If they don't have answers to the enchantment, that's one of the downsides with having Anthem effects on Lord creatures, like the Pack Leader, is that if they've got removal in their hand, they can just remove your Anthem effects. Not everyone totes around, but they should, a lot of enchantment disruption. Gem Razor. He's already got trample. That would be why. And I was just saying that. So we are going to go ahead and say good game because Mono Green just Mono Greened us. Yeah, there's nothing we can do at that juncture. He killed our Anthem effect. He's going to have enough to trample over us. Good game. Good deck. I like it. I wasn't super sold on Gem Razor because it usually felt into those mutate decks, but having it in a standalone Mono Green deck, totally worth it. Totally worth it. We'll get one more. I don't want to go on a down deck on the Doggo deck. That was a good deck. Getting all those tap lands early, that was probably a mistake on my part, even keeping that. There we go. See, that's better. That's better. Rambunctious Mutt. Pacifism. And we shall say hello. Do wish we had more in the way of creatures. No new. Interesting. I will drop that. Yeah, I don't want Animal Sanctuary. I think I've got all the land I need right now. I have a distinct feeling that this is a mono-white life gain deck. Which is a good thing that we've got an ant. Oh boy, am I right on that. You probably at least should have gotten that in. Now your Hollow Priest can collect all the tokens it likes. Yep, and that's where Banishing Light comes in right after. Interesting. Take Ket out of the way. No, you're good. Unfortunately, at some point in time, he is going to get... There we go. He's going to get something that we're not going to have an answer for. And we're just not getting the stuff that we need. I can go with the hot... We can give this a shot. See how this goes. What we really need is some of our Anthem effects because hitting with 3 in the lifelink in the face is going to be problematic. Very nice. Glorious Anthem. I like it. It looks like we're going to get mono-whited. Charming Prince. Interesting. That is an interesting choice on this one. I do like the life gain on that one. It does trigger things like Hallowed Priest. And then he can bounce it. Very nice. Yeah, and then he doesn't need to do anything at this point. We're going to let this run for one more turn, because if we do get the land, we can at least kill his Glorious Laurent. Yeah, yep. Alright, so that's going to do it. We got mono-whited. That's another really good, solid deck in the meta. I think it's still going to be holding out. And Hallowed Priest is a thing. We did mention that last week in a previous video. So, 2 and 2, that's okay. But for a fun deck for dogs, I'll take that. So, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below how you would build your Boros Dogs deck. And, of course, while you're there, hit the like and subscribe button. If I've earned it, that'd be awesome. Until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.